And finally, space travel. If you're a space geek, I'm sure you must have imagined yourself living on Mars or traveling to the moon for a trip at the very least. A holiday in space could soon be a reality for a lot of people. But once you get there, you might need a workout regime. Some scientists recently conducted a study on astronauts, and their findings are revealing. Astronauts can lose a decade's worth of bone mass when they live in space. Here's more.
Normal cover coming open.
Spaceflight. It is one of the most significant achievements of mankind. Earlier, space travel was reserved for a select few. Not anymore. Commercial space travel is opening up. But is our body ready to live in space? Yes and no. Here's why. Space travel changes your bones. One long trip to space can lead to significant bone loss.
Are being assisted in
Researchers at the University of Calgary studied 17 astronauts. 14 candidates were men, 3 were women. They had all spent at least 4 months in space. When they came back, their bodies were not the same. A 6-month-long trip can lead to a decade's worth of long-term bone loss. Recovery takes time. Astronauts only recover 50% of their bone strength 1 year after they return to Earth. What about astronauts who spend less than 6 months in space? They can make a full recovery within a year. What causes the bone density loss? It is the lack of gravity. Bones are a living organ. When they are active, they are constantly remodeling. But without any gravity, they lose strength. Is there a solution? There is one: more exercise. Scientists suggest those staying in space for longer periods should lift more weights. As it is, astronauts follow a strict fitness regimen in space. According to NASA, they must exercise for at least 2.5 hours per day. The most common exercise is running on a treadmill. An astronaut needs to spend at least an hour on it. They must also spend time on a weightlifting machine. The Club of Space Travelers is an exclusive one. Just 600 humans have traveled to outer space so far. A little over 250 have been on the International Space Station. These numbers could increase dramatically in the years ahead. Commercial space travel is now within sight. Tickets are being sold for a trip to space now. Each costs upwards of $450,000. Space is now accessible, but it will take a lot more effort to prepare our bodies to live there. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.